Hey, Taylor. Oh, thank you. Hey, Tina. Hey, pretty. Hey, man. Yes, let's do it. I'm doing well, pretty. How are you? I'm grateful for another day. All right, so I got Manya. Hey, Janice. Tina. I've got. All right, Manya, Anna, Tina, Taylor. Okay, I hope everybody's doing well wherever y'all are at. If you're not, that's okay too. We can figure out how to relieve some stress or pressure, anxiety, or anything. Hey, see me in a crown. Yes. Hey, Maria. Hey, Singita. Yes. So I've got Taylor, Sangita. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Janice, Empress. Hey, Miriam. Thank you, Manya. Yes, I've got Manya, Tina, Taylor. Yeah, that's what I have too. My favorite color? Oh, and Miriam. I see Miriam. Oh, my favorite color. Just I jump between like blue and green and then black. What's y'all's favorite color? It also depends on how I feel, you know. Between green. Oh my god. Yes, exactly, Miriam. It is sunny here today. I'm feeling it. Ooh, I love purple too, though. Sangita, thank you. Oh, yeah, whenever you're ready, Manya. Red and pink, for sure, for sure. I'm very grateful that I can see colors. I like that a lot. All right, so we've got Manya up right now. If I were to go out today, what the neighborhood guy told you about, talk to me, no clue. If I even want to leave the house, I just want to know. Okay. I know I can't really pick one either, Janice. Depends on how I feel, I guess. All right, Manya. So if Manya goes out today, will the person that's in their neighborhood talk to them? And I'm just shuffling right now. I've got this 7 of Wands Valor. So that's just somebody kind of going for what they want, this person's taking a leap, right? Like they're having some courage here. And I've got this 2 of Cups. So that's interesting. based off of that, I would say yes. Let's get deeper into this reading. I'm also getting chills right now. If money went outside, I know when I first started getting into tarot reading when I was like 14, this was like one of the first decks that I ever had, and I love it. They're very beautiful. Um, they're kind of sexualized, which is whatever, but I just love the artwork. Hey, Preeti. I'm pretty sure. Hey, Sunid. So we've got Sunid and Preeti also on the list. Oh, I see. All right, so we're still on this question of if someone goes out into the neighborhood and they see this person, will there be communication essentially? And I'm wondering. Miriam goes out. I mean, if Manya goes out into the neighborhood and runs into this person that we've been talking about, are they going to communicate? I am getting the chills, whenever I ask about this. So I'm very interested to see what comes up other than that Seven of Wands with that Two of Cups. We've got Queen of Cups, which is someone who's very emotionally intelligent. We've got another Seven. We've got a Seven of Cups. Okay, I know exactly what this is talking about. This is talking about, if you're out in the neighborhood and you see this person, you might start to feel something, or you feel like maybe you'll be able to decide what your intuition is wanting you to do at that time. Or maybe you're kind of more in a dreamlike state than actually taking action towards this person. And I believe that the universe is saying, if you would like to take action, then this would be a good opportunity. And this is what I was getting like before I even laid any cards down when I was just shuffling. So this is definitely talking about taking action. Yes, being in a very like dreamlike state is all fun and fantasy and all that, and I love that shit. But taking action, I think this is a good start. Like this is a good start. Whether or not it's grounded is going to be determined by what y'all's energy is actually like when you're together, But this is just talking about you taking action and it turning out to be a good thing. That investing your energy in that would be a good thing. But usually with the Ace of Wands, there's like opposite to the cups or the pentacles, where you kind of see like someone offering, and there's this energy of like giving and receiving. The swords and the wands, I've noticed, at least in like traditional like Western culture tarot, has this energy of not really giving or receiving, but like taking advantage of the opportunity or missing out on the opportunity. So I think that that's pretty clear what's going on here. I want to do an Iris Oracle for you. We can see where this person's mind is at. Right. Right when I ask this question, I see Hangman. So I'm interested in This person might be in review of something. They might be in a space of suspending themselves, depending on what they're going through in their own personal life right now. So let's see. This person in Ranya's neighborhood, where's their mind at right now? It appears to be that their mind has this energy of also kind of being in a dreamlike state. See how this person's just kind of like floating through this like dreamy universe, like backdrop state, and perhaps manifesting their dreams or desires into the physical plane. They're very much I don't know if maybe they stabilize themselves, or they have like a business, they're running a business or something. They're very much into stabilizing themselves and kind of manifesting things into the physical plane that maybe they've dreamt up, and maybe that's where this person's head is at. So let's get some Iris Oracle cards for you. Interesting. It's just talking about some more of where this person's head is at. They're really kind of laying down the groundwork for something that is either work related or is like professional hobby type thing. Anyways, what messages do we have from Manya? What messages do we have from Manya? You've got number 47, protect your heart. So that's interesting. Protect your heart. Now is the time to keep your heart safe. Your heart is soft and bright right now. Don't let anyone put their icky yuck stuff on it. Put your guard up for now and be critical about who you invite into your tenderness. That is interesting. Any other advice from Rania right now? Whoa. You got 67 visions. Yeah, I believe that you're on the list, Sangeeta. Now is not the time for work and production for you. It might be a slower time, but you need to be more still now. You have access currently to new ideas and visions for your future makings. It is also a good time to be alone, to better have closeness with all of this information that you're receiving. That's very interesting. There's this concept here of being alone with both of these cards and how that might benefit you. We got a 47 and a 67. That's really interesting. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I'm interested in what would happen, or what would you realize if you were to be alone and be guarding your heart at this time. So that's really interesting. I'm always open to whatever messages the universe has for me. All right, Manya. I hope that I was able to answer your question or get some good practical advice for you. I think everything that we talked about was very interesting. It appears that you are really good at listening to your intuition. There's that 7 of Wands again. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Hey, Nav. Yes, can we add it to the list? Yeah. Hey, Monica. Yes, definitely. Let me make sure you get on the list. So we have up to Miriam right now. Yes, Stargirl, you can definitely get on the list. Let's do that. I think we're missing Nav before Monica. And I think we're missing See Me in a Crown before Nav. Hey, Tana. Yes, you're next. Who will I marry in the future? So this is for Tana. Tina marrying in the future. Well, I just saw this 6 of Pentacles here, so I'm okay. I feel you, Monica. So far, Tana, I've got this 6 of Pentacles here, and so I'm thinking that your relationship with this person, whoever this is in the future, will have either some sort of like financial support, or y'all will either be working together to support each other. But there's something here about bringing financial balance. Like it's a very set up foundation, and it's an interesting one of specifically. It's like a dynamic of somebody being the supporter and the other person being the receiver of that support, and that kind of going both ways, kind of like how if you see someone on the street that needed money and you were the person to give them that money, there's this dynamic here that works because the context is correct. It's not a like power dynamic in like a negative sense, but it is a specific dynamic that works when one person is kind of in a position to be giving to somebody else that cannot get that thing themselves. It's all good. I appreciate you taking care of the list, Manya. Hey, Cheryl. All right, so for Tina, any other messages about who they might marry in the future? These cards are too big for me to shuffle the way I usually do, so I'm just cutting them into threes and then laying them out. Any other information about the person that Tina may or may not marry in the future? We've got Princess of Cups again. We just got this in the last reading, and so I'm wondering what this has to do about someone's fantasies and dreams. Maybe this person. Interesting. Okay. We've got the Queen of Wands. And I did see this when I was shuffling, so I'm wondering what this has to do here. Because we got this 5 of Pentacles, and I talked about that bit about having that type of dynamic where someone is giving to someone that is like not in a position to be providing that for themselves. And here's the card right before that, where this person is coming from a space of being kind of down and out financially or feeling insecure. There's something about their foundation that's a bit insecure. I believe that this person will be in a very dreamlike entrepreneur. This is someone who might own their own business or might own their own business when you meet them. I would suggest that this person, or say that this person is a fire sign, possibly an Aries. Maybe with water placements, or it could be really any of the signs with just dominating fire in their chart, or at least as far as how they go about conducting their business, I guess. So interesting. That dynamic specifically is very interesting. And it seems like because it seems like when y'all come together is when this 5 of Pentacles goes to a 6 of Pentacles. And there's a very balanced, like, dynamic or financial flow. Okay, so let me get you some... Let me do... Let's do an iris. Any messages for Tina about this person that might come into their life that they will really feel a connection with? Any other information or advice regarding this person that Tina may or may not marry? Possibly an Aries with maybe a Venus in Pisces, or a moon in a water sign. You've got 67 visions. Now is not the time for work and production for you. It may be a slower time, but you need to be more still now. You have access currently to new ideas and visions for your future makings. It is also a good time to be alone, to better have closeness with all this information you are receiving. It seems like a lot of folks are getting a lot of downloads and finding themselves wanting to be able to hear what those messages are. Any other messages for Tina? You've got number 33, ripe fruits. You have ripeness at all of your fingertips. Each thing you touch becomes plump and juicy because right now you have that golden touch. If you have had a project in mind that you have had resistance to finishing, or something you have wanted to start, or your heart yearns for love, direct your attention to that which you desire and let it ripen. That being said, it's also important where you direct your attention. You wouldn't want to waste these superpowers on a wasted feat, right? So something that I just learned about recently was this meditation called Pink Bubby Fairy meditation. It's like pink fairy meditation. But essentially, and there's like, you can go on YouTube and somebody will like guide you through this meditation as well. But basically, you think about the thing that you've been dreaming about, or that like your heart is just like really wanting. You envision yourself already there, what it would look like, what you'd be feeling, all that. And you imagine entrapping it in like a pink bubble, and you let it go into the universe so it can collect energies to manifest and become more powerful. So you might want to look that up. Pink Fairy Meditation, I believe it's called Pink Bubble Meditation. I'm gonna close the windows right quick. Clear that. Thank you for your question, Tina. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing your energy to the channel. Manya, I thought that it was very interesting that when you had initially asked about like, what do I, if I go out today and I want this thing, it literally, that Seven of Cups in reverse with that Ace of Wands said stop dreaming about it. It's essentially saying stop dreaming about it and go for that thing if you want it, which is different than should I go for this thing and like what will I experience afterward. I think the question was being very specific as to specifically saying if you want this thing regardless of what it is, take action on that thing. So I think that you should do that, or you're going to decide whether or not you would like to do that. And then just see what you experience, because you can always just be like, no, I don't like this person's energy. I don't want them in my life. I did think it was very interesting that protect your heart came up. Yeah. So let's go to Taylor. Taylor is one of my Aries. One of my Aries comes to the city to visit. When my Aries comes to my city to visit his family, will he try to convince me to let him live with me? Well, I mean, if you don't want somebody to live with you, like you can just decide that you don't want that. Let's see where this person's headspace will be at, when they come visit you. When the Aries comes to Taylor City to visit their family, will they try to convince Taylor to let him live with Taylor? We've got Queen of Sticks, and it's in reverse. There's this picture here of This is like a still from a previous time. This is like a snapshot of this person's memory of them caring for something that they felt was very valuable. And in the background here, we've got somewhat of like a colder setting, which is very interesting, might be indicative of this person's motives. Queen of Sticks in general just has an energy of yeah, it can be being kind of cold in certain situations, or having there's this element of communication also that comes with this type of energy that can be cold, or it can just be very direct. It can just be this person coming from a logical standpoint as opposed to a yes, the list is open manifesting. Hey, aliens. Um, so let's get some clarifiers on this. I'm interested about what this element here of communication is. Any messages about this Queen of Sticks? I was just thinking that the Queen of Sticks is also someone who's like endured a lot, so they have this sense of wisdom about them, and they have this ability to kind of not get overwhelmed by their emotions on one end because they've had a lot of practice and experience with that. And we've got the Ace of Swords. So far, in regard to this person trying to be convincing, which the Queen of Sticks is a convincing, they're convincing with their words. I've got this Ace of Swords here, and there is somebody that is welcoming somebody into their space, oddly enough. And it's whether or not that person wants to take action. So, you know what? This might be something that they're thinking about. I don't know if they're going to verbally say it. Hey, KZ, good to see you. Let's get another clarifier. This might be something that they are thinking about. I don't know if you have talked about this already. I don't know if they're going to say anything about it, though. Or it might come out in an interesting way. Yeah, no worry, Casey. Any other messages about this Queen of Sticks in reverse? We've got the Fool here with the Knight of Rupees. And the Knight of Rupees was in reverse. So there's this energy here. I think this person sees this opportunity and either has been thinking about it or trying to figure out how to communicate this. With this Knight of Rupees energy, with this Fool card, I'm wondering if this person's energy towards you when they come visit might be I don't know, possibly a little bit off-putting because of this. But I also see this person being open to an alternative, I think. Let's get another clarifier on this Queen of Sticks. Yeah. There's definitely, I think this person's thinking about it, but they seem to be kind of probably not saying something or saying anything about it out of being fearful, out of fear, essentially, I think. I don't think that they're going to ask. I don't think that they're going to ask that. I'm interested in this Knight of Rupees actually, because it looks a lot like the Fool. Like they have a little bit similar mannerisms as far as this idea of being on an adventure or trying something new, taking a leap of faith essentially, but putting the brakes on that. So I don't think that this person will ask you. Mhm. Any messages about this Knight of Rupees in reverse? I'm interested in that. Well, we've got this Ace of Cups with the Chariot. So we've got some horses here. We definitely have a bit of movement, but it is next to this Devil card here. So I'm wondering if this is something that this person might be thinking about, but just not communicating it. There's this element of this person would like to take some sort of like express themselves and involve movement in some way. And I feel like if they do express anything, that it will not be anything like forceful. Yeah, there's this element of fear here for sure. That might be dictating the way that they are communicating as well, or how much they are communicating what they're expressing. But this person here, like, is open. Like they definitely have they're interested in this potential to connect. So let's get an iris and see what the universe has to say about this, and then we'll do a moonology too. Do a moonology for it. Universe, any messages regarding Taylor's person who is an Aries that when they come to visit, any advice about whether or not this person's going to ask to live with them, or how should Taylor act, or what energy can they possess that would most benefit them? We've got predictions of growth. So I feel like this is kind of in relation to maybe it could be your relationship with this person and this experience being an opportunity for growth, because I do see that person being open to this. Even though there are some fears present and there's kind of some stuckness, maybe some lack of communication or lack of maybe even understanding about what this person wants, besides being in like a dreamy state. When we encounter change, sometimes it feels like a shock to our system. Look further in this moment. You know that it's time to grow taller, to move forward. Our transformations, although they feel uprooting, even ever deepen the roots within our knowledge of ourselves. You are growing, and your buds will bloom in the summer light. Let me do another iris for you, and then I'll do a moonology. You've got dream travel, number 52. There is a whole world in your dreams that you are very much a part of. We work through our daily activities, through our dreams, but your spirit wants to travel further than that. There are other lives that want to be seen to give you information about your journey here in this life. There are possibilities that want to be seen to broaden your ideas about your own capabilities. Open yourself up to connecting with your guides and visiting your other world, your dream world. Interesting. Let me get a moonology for you, Taylor. Any messages for Taylor? Whoa. That shot out of there. A time to give rather than to take. So that's the first one, new moon in Virgo. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make that restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it, so if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies, so add these into your routines now, however you've been feeling. If a situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less of what someone else can do for you and think more about what you can do for others. Attune to the moon, recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. Additional meanings for this card, gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success without being pedantic. Be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. And you've also got waning moon. What do you need to release? All right, waning moon, what do you need to release? The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked, for better or for worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle, so what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation that you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it's still gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. It's safe to let go and move on. Move forward with this with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone, do energetic work such as meditation or yoga, and soon you will see what lies ahead. Okay, Taylor, I hope that was I hope that resonated with you. There was a lot of there was some conflicting mental and emotional energies, I will say that. Probably due to this fear that this person is experiencing that might be self-generated, or having something to do with their external. Of course, Taylor, thank you for your energy. I appreciate it. Thank you for your question. All right. So we've got Sangeeta, I believe. And, oh, I got you. Okay, a marriage proposal was coming, but the boy's mother did not agree for some reason. Okay. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna use the weight deck. Okay, let me get Will Sangeeta get a marriage proposal from this person whose kids did not agree with the proposal? Sangeeta get proposal. Will Sangeeta have the opportunity to have another marriage proposal with this person that they're thinking about? We've got the Queen of Swords, and this person communicates. They communicate from kind of like a very logical standpoint. This person can see a situation for the reality that it is. They might come across as being kind of cold-hearted because they have the ability to remove their emotions from a situation so that they have a clear perspective and that their head is above these clouds here. And I just noticed that there's a bird here. So I feel like this person will reach out to you. Hey, Danielle. As far as it being a marriage proposal, I'm not too sure about that, but I do see there being some sort of communication here. This bird is like indicative of a message for me for some reason. Any information about this Queen of Swords? This is a lot. I think that this person might I think this person might be in a space right now of moving away from this situation. I've got the Four of Cups here. See how they're not accepting anything, and they're definitely not offering anything. Along with that, I've got this Six of Swords in reverse, and I don't generally read swords as negative. I just kind of look at the cards that are around that. So we've got there's this energy here of I'm not seeing, and this could change at any time because everything changes all the time. Like it's inevitable. And people's feelings, they come and go. Their thoughts come and go. People's dynamics, relationships dynamics are changing all the time. 8 minus the 4 here, there's this person walking away from a situation that they felt like they needed to walk away from. And I think that they still feel that way. And this person might be kind of closed off to offering anything to you right now. Regardless, because I see that it's difficult. I see that it is difficult for this person. I see that it's difficult for this person. And maybe that's why they are having this energy possibly towards you right now of this Queen of Swords being very stern. Maybe because it was difficult for them. I think maybe in this reading with you or the reading before, I was talking about the Queen of Swords. This person's gone through a lot emotionally, whether they've been taken advantage of, been disrespected, been manipulated, and they've evolved to the point of, no, I can see right through your bullshit. I will communicate with you and it will be respectful. But there's nothing else past that. And that's the energy that I'm kind of getting right now. What's interesting is right after that Eight of Cups, I got this Five of Wands. And so, I'm wondering, yes, this person has this Queen of Swords, very stern, very more logical than emotional type energy. But I imagine that this is difficult for them. I imagine that this was a difficult decision to come to, but I think that is what they feel like they need to be doing right now. Um, Possibly in order to, because this person right here, this Knight of Wands is taking action about something that they're passionate about, and we've got these wands here. These people are fighting for things that they are all uniquely passionate about, and they're trying to stand out in a crowd. They're trying to stand out and kind of make themselves unique to the other folks going on here. Could also just be kind of somebody playing around with certain ideas, conflicting with their emotions. So that's why I think that this might be difficult for this person. So, like I said, nothing is permanent. Whatever this person is going through right now, or what they had gone through with you, seemed to be difficult. It seemed to be difficult for them to make the choice that they um, felt like they needed to make. And people's connections are constantly going through cycles, like they're changing. Everything is changing. I do not see that for you in the near future. I do not see that. I do not see them. I do not see a proposal within the near future. This person might communicate with you, and when they do, you might notice that they seem a little bit emotionally void, or like holding back emotionally. That's just where their mind, they feel like they need to be at right now. They had left a difficult situation, or it seemed to be to them. They had left kind of an uncomfortable situation. They needed to gain some clarity. They needed to gain some mental clarity, and I feel like that's where they're still at. I just got the chills. So let me get some oracle cards for you and see if we can get some more insight or advice about this. I'm going to do a soul truth for you and a moonology for you. Is there any messages for Sangeeta regarding this person that they are wanting? They're wondering if this other person will propose to them. Is there any advice that you can give Sangeeta to maybe feel like they can be empowering themselves during this time? Whoa. You got, am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth? Why? Today's soul action. Be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their truth. There is room for all of us. Today's mantra, courage is contagious. So that might be some advice as to maybe how to open getting this person to the Queen of Swords very much comes from a place of speaking their truth and nothing less than that. So maybe that is some advice as to maybe how you can make this person feel like they can communicate with you. Let me get a moonology for you. Any other messages for Sangeeta regarding this situation with this person that they're wanting to connect with? It seems like they still want to be connected with. Whoa. First quarter moon says your commitment is being tested. Let's see. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you. So believe in yourself. Attune to the moon. I am committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. Additional meanings, the answer to your question is yes, but not yet. You're halfway to your goal. You still need to put it in a bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something, and you need to recommit to someone or something. I do not see that as far as the present energies or the recent future energies, but this very much has, even with these oracle cards, is definitely not giving me a this is the end of this. It appears that this person is very much in a headspace presently of communicating with you, but not investing emotionally with you. And that's not to say that this will or cannot happen, um, later on down the line, but that's not where this person's head is at right now. I can definitely assure you of that. All right, Sangeeta. So I hope that that was you got some were able to get some information, maybe where this person is coming from and where their mind is at right now. And I hope you got some good advice from the universe as to what you could possibly be doing at this time. Hey, yes, Wood. We can definitely add you to the list. Let me see who is next. Let's see. Janice. I believe Janice is next. And while you get your question together, Janice, I'm going to open up some windows. All right, Janice. I am burning some sage for myself and also for y'all if y'all would like that. And I'm just trying to really cleanse this space of any negative energy so that it's easier to communicate and anxiety is not getting in the way. Something that I've been really thinking about this morning is just like this concept of if you don't want anger in your life, it's obviously situational. Some people are, well, no, like if you don't want anger in your life, like you can just let it go. If you don't want to protect that part of you that you don't even like, you can just kind of let that go, regardless of what that person said or did to you. It just really sucks to hold on to anger, especially when it like doesn't serve you at all. So, Janice, I met somebody in Madrid last year and added them on Facebook a few months ago, but we didn't talk that much. So I want to know if they're communicating. Sergi, okay. They were your teacher for 1 month and you were interested in them, but too shy. Don't know if they saw you as a student or a friend. They're about 3 years younger than you. Okay, so if I'm understanding this question correctly, Janice, you would like to know if this person, Sergi, which I really like that name, if they are going to communicate with you. I think if I'm understanding the question correctly. Okay, thank you for clarifying. So let's see here. I first just want to ask directly if this person, Sergi, is going to reach out to you. Specifically, if they are going to reach out to communicate to you. Interesting. Will this person, Sergi, reach out to Janice? Let's do within the next 2 months. Hey, Harmony, yes, you can definitely be added to the list. We've got the Fool here, and the Fool is like a new cycle, a new taking a leap of faith, like really understanding that the universe has your back in this situation. So that's some new energy. That's definitely some new energy. Possibilities like taking on new adventures is being supported by the universe for sure. Any messages about this Fool card? And I asked within the next 2 months, We've got a 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Could be changing a routine, or there's something, a shift in some kind of previous commitment that they had. Could be with another person, could be with, it could be really with anything that they're putting their energy into. They're worried because of the money. There is something here about foundation. It could be anything that you're putting your energy into that brings something physical, tangible to the physical plane. But we've got this new start here. This person's taking a leap of faith. This person's definitely taking a leap of faith. And I would like to get more clarifiers on this Fool card here. So maybe they're not caring about that. We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. There's something here about either this person I'm wondering if they are, well, you said that they were your teacher. I'm just wondering if they are if they're an intuitive, creative type, possibly having issues regarding trusting themselves. And maybe that's where this energy of just like, forget it, I'm just gonna like try this new thing is coming from. I'm just gonna take a leap of faith. There is something here about their physical, tangible objects in relation to this person understanding either their self-worth, or maybe this foundation has to do with their creativity. Any other messages about this Fool card here? And you know what? I saw this too, and I was going to bring this up when I saw this Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, my stomach. Um, that I saw this Ten of Cups when I was shuffling. And so there's two tens here. And I feel like this person is moving away as far as this person reaching out to you and communicating. Where this person is coming from, like mentally, might be, within the next 2 months, finally they feel like they're in a space of like, I just want what my heart desires. Like, forget this money situation, like forget this foundation. I would like to try something new. And I definitely see that being a possibility as far as this person communicating with you. I'm interested in this Queen of Cups. So I want to get some clarifiers about this Queen of Cups. Any messages about this Queen of Cups in reverse? Whoa. And I did see the Emperor here too, which is someone taking control of their life or a situation. I've seen that multiple times when I was shuffling. So it seems like this person is taking their life in a new direction, which might open up to the possibility of them feeling like they can communicate with you. Any other messages about this Queen of Cups in reverse? Yeah, look at this. Nine of Cups with this Ten of Cups. It appears that this person is very much wanting to. This Nine of Cups was reversed. It still has this energy of there's this energy of wish fulfillment, and this person really just actually going towards what emotionally fulfills them, which is bringing out this like new start in them. Not worried about any previous responsibilities, commitments, the way that they were maybe structuring their lives before is less permanent. Because I believe that this person is going after what they're realizing, maybe that they've not been listening to themselves and what they want, and they're out for wish fulfillment. They're out on this new quest for wish fulfillment. So it might be good to speak to this person and see, hey, Happy. Yeah, it might be good to even for you to reach out to this person and see where their mindset is at within the next 2 months, because they seem very open to connection. It appears to be so. That definitely appears to be so. So Janice, let me get, let's do a Moonology for you first. Any messages for Janice regarding this person that they have a connection with that lives in Madrid? Messages for Janice. I'd be interested to see what this person's up to within the next couple of months. Emotions are running high, which was very much, there were so many cups down there on the, when we did the tarot reading just now. So I'm interested to see what Spirit has to say about this. So many cups, so many emotions. I'm wondering what's going to be coming your way in regards to this person. Emotions are running high. Emotions are running high. This card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking about is writ large like silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. Whatever you're asking about is writ large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something's going to be, such as a job or relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's under your nose. This card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up, but you may find that there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day, so take action. Attuned to the moon, success is close. I must trust. Additional meanings for this card, a resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. And make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. And I want to do a soul truth for you, and then we will move on to Empress. Any other messages for Janice regarding this person in Madrid? Any advice, maybe? All right, you've got 2. Am I afraid to be seen? The world doesn't want you to hold back any longer. Time to shine your unique light in the world. You were made from love, and from love you are whole. There's no more hiding. There's no more shame. There's only truth. Live naked and free. Today's soul action, what parts of me do I hide so I can be socially accepted and fit in? Do I allow myself to be all of me? What do I need to feel so I can be safe to be seen? Journal your answers. And you also got, if I had a magic wand and could do anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Burn with desire. There is power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today's soul action, today go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. All right, Janice. So I hope that gave you a little bit of insight as to where this person might be coming from and what kinds of energies that you might be able to expect from this person within the next couple of months, because I definitely asked within the next 2 months. All right. Thank you for your question. I really appreciate it. Thank you for bringing your energy to the channel, Janice. I really enjoy it. All right, Empress. Of course, Janice. What is my reputation in the spirit realm? Okay. I want to use... It's called the Goddess Tarot deck. I like this one too. I forgot that I like it. I'm glad that resonated with you, Janice. Empress. What is the reputation? What is Empress's reputation in the spirit realm? I think that your perspective of life is interesting. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Any messages for Empress in regards to their reputation in the spirit realm? Let's see what we got here. A lot of cards came out. We've got Seven of Cups. We've got Ten of Wands. I see. Ten of Swords in reverse, so we've got two tens. This is definitely someone mastering their mind. They're in the process of, and there is, someone, I've got this Queen of Staves here too, this Queen of Staves. It's in reverse. There's this energy here of, as far as your reputation in the spirit realm goes, say this person here and they're daydreaming, they're thinking, they're dreaming about all of these things that they want or that they could possibly want, and they're not taking action on those things, but they're figuring out how to do that. They're definitely on the way to mastering how to do that. And a part of manifesting things into the physical plane and like mastering your mind is this idea of being the creator of your life, making your life look exactly the way that you want, and kind of laying down any burdens or any worries or anxieties about not being able to do that. I believe that this state or this energy is very powerful because it is a direct connection to higher vibrational energies, such as the soul plane, the emotional plane. Literally being able to tap into these things that you might be thinking subconsciously that you would like to extend yourself maybe in ways that only seem a dream. But your reputation in the spirit realm is one in which you are learning how to manifest that into the physical plane. I think that's going to kind of be, you know, a challenge, I guess. But this is maybe the energy that you do have currently, or the energy that is being advised for you to have, is to not hide yourself. Just shine, be yourself, be your most genuine self always. Don't be afraid to go after anything that you want, as ridiculous as you might think that it sounds. Um, because I think that's a lot of the work that you're doing right now. So let me get some clarifiers on these. There's definitely a lot of work being put in here, um, spiritually, mentally. Seven of Cups. Any messages about this Seven of Cups? Speaking to spirit guides. We've got another Cups. We've got a Ten of Cups here, and it was in reverse. So I'm wondering if maybe speaking to spirit, or just having a more clear-cut ability to either speak to yourself so that you can be present, is maybe something that is being worked on, that I think that when we sleep, we go back and forth from higher vibrational planes, because our logical minds aren't running. And so I think that what you're working towards is, because I've got three tens here now. I've got three tens here. And that's, end of a cycle, getting to the end of something. You've drained the experience for what you could get out of it. You've learned what you could get out of it, and you're looking to move forward into something new. So I don't know if speaking to spirit directly is something that you are, if that is something that is bringing your heart wish fulfillment, and that is maybe what you are struggling with. But I see this, of course, it's it's transitioning, and what your experience is looking like to you might be changing all the time, but it's progress. It's very much spiritual progress specifically. Okay. Okay. Then you know what? This keep doing that. Keep doing that. Like be open. Just be open. As ridiculous as you think you might be sounding, like put it all out there, like full force. Just go to town, be yourself, and have no regrets. I think being open to spirit and being open to other frequencies, to higher vibrational frequencies, um, is what you're in the middle of doing right now in regards to going back and forth from the spirit realm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, I see mastery of this. But I think opening up either your heart chakra, opening up the heart chakra might be of use to you. Let's do a soul truth first. Any guidance, advice for Empress that could help them ease the burdens of this journey that they're on, or any advice that would most benefit them in this spiritual journey that they're on? We definitely talked about speaking to your guides, speaking out loud. Am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go of because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings, and there's a lot of tens here. There's 3 out of the 4 tens here. Today's soul action, today make a list of all the things you will gain from the change that you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming, and that's no doubt. That's no doubt. And I want to do another soul truth for you. Any other advice that could help Empress? Whoa. What is my body telling me right now? Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply, see the trapped emotions, the lurking fears and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body, and you will be led to the source of your pain. It's time to get your healing on. Today's soul action, get the book Heal Your Body by Louise L. Hay and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you. I can really relate to this personally too, because even when I started this live stream, I was feeling a bit anxious. And sometimes when I'm trying to get into a space of connecting with the soul plane so that I can receive messages for folks or myself, I really need to get behind any energy that I would like to give towards my anxieties or worries or limiting beliefs. Feels so natural for me sometimes to want to invest my awareness and my energy into like those limiting beliefs, but moving away from those things is just, it's only going to benefit you more than, the situation that, whatever it is that you're enduring right now or feeling right now, whatever frustrations or limiting beliefs. That's just from my experience. Interesting, Empress. Interesting. I wonder what is being kept, what type of energy patterns did not make it through you and are being kept in your heart chakra. And there was this, I think I mentioned to you about like keeping your heart chakra open. And how to do that is basically to, when something gets triggered and you start feeling the same feelings that you were feeling that whenever the original experience or traumatic event took place, not giving your awareness to that thought or that feeling by realizing or recognizing that you are a soul having a human experience, observing these thoughts, observing these feelings. And once you can get like behind the thoughts and the feelings like that, put your energy behind them, they won't be put into these limiting beliefs and whatnot, things that you might be convinced that you need to give your energy and attention to. And then you'll be able to, it just leaves you in a position to be more open to guidance from spirit or high vibrational messages. There's a book that I recommended the other day that, hey, Kuldeep, good to see you. There's a book that I recommended to somebody the other day that I'm reading right now that is talking about how to get behind um, like thoughts or feelings that are not beneficial to you. It's called, why do I always forget? Okay. Untethered Soul. Scholastic. Untethered Soul. By M. Singer. And it's really helped me be able to receive messages a lot more clear. Oh, thank you. All right, Empress. Oh, that's what's up. I think somebody had also mentioned that it's available on YouTube. I think somebody had mentioned that as an audiobook. Um, so yeah, I hope that that resonated with you. I hope you were able to take some messages away from that that you can put to use or feel like more empowered or validated. All right, so next. Of course, of course. Thank you for your question. Next, I've got Sneed. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Anytime. I love connecting. All right. So I'm going to give Sunita a second or a minute to get their question together. For sure. Harmony. I don't see a current list going. I thought that there was one going. Let me just let me check the chat right quick and I'll just write it myself. Got manifesting. Just a moment, y'all. I appreciate your patience. I've got Changi, KZ. I've got Stargirl. And I've got S. Wood. And then we'll put Harmony. I've got Happy She. Do. All right, so I've got folks on the list here. And I've seen some people that I haven't seen before. So, we just did Empress and Sinead's about to get a general reading. We're going to do a past, present, and future for you, Sinead. We're going to get some clarifiers, and then I'll run a couple oracles. Oh, well, good to have you, Staxic. I like your name. That's really cool. Alrighty. Of course, of course. So this is a general reading for Sinead. I'm going to do a past, present, and future. Interesting. Interesting, Sinead. I wonder if there is this energy here of feeling pulled in multiple directions and you really taking control and taking charge of your life and maybe manifesting all of these things. There seems to be this energy of being confident in taking on multiple projects at one time, or just feeling confident about being pulled multiple ways and investing your energy into multiple things. Could possibly be a creative adventure. Yeah, I got you. I've got Kuldeep on the list. So let's continue here with this general reading. Ooh, I just got the chills. Look, I can't make this up. I haven't even shuffled any cards out yet. I've got the Empress and I've got the Emperor. The Empress is different than the Emperor in the sense, from my understanding, is that the Empress is more allowing for creativity, whereas the Emperor is still making things happen in the physical plane, but there's a little bit more structure involved. So that's what I'm talking about, this energy here of being creative. Sinead, I don't know what it is that you do. You seem like a very possibly creative person. I know, I love this deck too. There's this energy here about being diplomatic about it though, and incorporating some type of structure. So let me do past, present, and future. There's just a lot of the same messages even before I pull some of these cards out. All right, so we're gonna cut them into three. And I'm just spreading them out here. I'm gonna do Sinead's past, their present, and the energy that might be surrounding their future. Bottom of the deck, we got the Star in reverse, and I see that Five of Swords there. So you know what, I really think that this might be something that either you are passionate about or creative about, something that has to do with things that you either are like wish fulfillment, desires, goals types things. That maybe you might be in a position of being kind of tested, or like your skills being tested, or there being some practice. Aliens, that's who I was missing. Yes, aliens. And so that's kind of the overall energy here. Before I even pulled out any cards, there seems to be this creative endeavor type energy. In the past, I've got the 10 of rupees. This could be some sort of permanent situation that was occurring in your past need. Maybe that you felt the need to step away from. Maybe there was something that was just too much of a routine and you didn't like it, you didn't want it. And now there's this King of Bottles here, and this person very much acts by connecting with other people. And a lot of times, if you are a creative type, you are connecting with people and collaborating with these folks, coming from a place of wanting to connect and understand. Whether or not you are communicating is, I think, different than the way that someone is going about their business or how they are wanting to lead or kind of show up in the physical plane. In the future, we've got this Five of Bottles here. So I'm wondering if in the future there might be something, maybe having to do with this 10 of rupees, maybe having to do with this either current or previous foundation that at one point was like a permanent foundation, but might not be such a solid foundation right now, in the sense that there's just like this lack of permanence, lack of maybe of energy going towards that. So this five of bottles here could be some feeling some disappointment. There's this person here, and they've got these jars full of water. It looks like the jars are full of water. And even though they have these and they're in this space of, again, being creative and making music, there's something creative going on here. They're still looking back at this jar of water, this bottle of water, this bottle, anyways. And, there's this, it's kind of like this energy of like, I can't stop looking at all the shitty things that happen to me, even though there's these really good things in my life still, which is an understandable place to be coming from. But that's the type of energy that I'm getting here. So let's get some clarifiers and get some insight as to what this might be about. Any other information about this 10 of rupees in Sunit's past? I think there was a definite change in foundation in your past, and allowing for that. This Eight of Swords also has this energy of like, do I stay in this situation that's kind of fucked up and I don't know if I really like it? Or do I turn around and go my separate ways so that I can continue to gain momentum that the universe is extending to me? In the present energy, we've got this King of Bottles. Any messages about this King of Bottles for Sunit in the present energy? This is very interesting. There's a release happening here, and I'm wondering if it's a release of this situation in the past. There's a realization. We were talking about a foundation crumbling. Look at this. This tower is falling apart. Nothing can be built on this, but it can also be a realization that is just like mind-blowing, which could be why you currently are having this energy of being connecting and loving and caring and wanting to connect. Very much wanting to connect. I'm interested. Ooh, I just got the chills when I said that too. Wanting to connect. I went to go pick up the cards and this was left on the table. There's something here about wanting respect, wanting mutual respect, wanting, mutual care. This Five of Bottles here, I'm interested in that. Any messages about this Five of Bottles as a future energy for Sunit? There's some limiting beliefs here. There's some fears here. And often they're tied to the past because they are maybe traumatic situations that didn't move through you. This can also be an addiction or a way of thinking that is tied to the past that doesn't serve you, that doesn't benefit you. So maybe if in the future you're noticing that you're experiencing these energies, as to what I would do is, saying move on from the past is one thing, but really understanding what it is that is creating this fear and this disappointment, maybe fear of disappointment. You're very much in control of your life. And I like the mindset that you are coming from. There's nothing weak about this person wanting to be sensitive and listening to their intuition and connecting, and investing in themselves. Investing in yourself, I think, is a big message here. So what I would like to do for you, Sunit, is I want to do a soul truth for you, definitely, and see what the universe has to say about this. I'm just noticing this here. What can I burn? Burn it. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You're like a phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. No longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Today's soul action, make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. That's so funny. Pick up your pen. I just got the chills. What will your next chapter look like? And that's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you. I'm getting the chills. What's the deal? Any other messages for Sinead? That was fast. Am I consistently showing up? Some trade their dreams for comfort, yet comfort is the enemy of progress. Success requires showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, and even when it feels uncomfortable. It takes guts and an endless vision to stay consistent to your dream. Today's soul action, journal where you can be more consistent in your life, in alignment with your soulful goals, then show up. All right, Sinead. So I hope that resonated with you. I hope you got some messages from that reading that you can be using for like self-empowerment. Interesting. Both of these have the same images on them, like same color and everything. Like every other card in here has like different on the outside, and these are the exact same. So I feel like these very much must either resonate with you or might be some good things to think about in order to feel more empowered in your life. All right. We've got Preeti up next. Preeti, if you have a question, I'll give you a minute to post it up on the comments. All right. Will there be a marriage proposal from Jaggeet within the next 6 months for Preeti? Of course, Sinead, I hope that resonated with you, or that was anything in there that you could take away from that. Marriage proposal from Jaggeet within the next 6 months. Interesting. I've got King of Rupees and I've got Queen of Rupees. I want to do some clarifiers on this, but I'm going to say that is a possibility. Any other messages about this King of Rupees in regards to Jaggeet proposing to Preeti within the next 6 months? There's this King of Rupees here. And there's this person being inviting of, they're thinking about you for sure. I think that this communication is possible. It is possible. I think that this is possible. Any messages about this Queen of Rupees? And then I want to dig into this Ace of Swords in reverse. It is possible. I'm wondering, because see how lazy this person looks? Okay. This person looks a little lazy to me just in this moment. And I'm wondering how that will be, and at the same time they're daydreaming, which doesn't make a good combo for actually taking action on something, even if you are thinking about it. Any messages about this Queen of Rupees? So that's why I say that I think that it's possible. I do think that it is possible. This person is communicating a message of emotion. Hey, Mariah. Yes, the list is still open. I'll add you. All right, Mariah, I've got you up on the list. This person, this Knight of Bottles, the Knights act. They're very much an action card, and this person is extending themselves emotionally. They're wanting to connect. So I want to say yes to this. I want to say yes that there is a possibility that this person could propose to you within the next 6 months. Any other messages about this Queen of Pentacles here? We got another bottles, King of Bottles. There is some openness to connecting in this way. Any messages about this Ace of Swords in reverse? I'm very interested in that. We've got Seven of Swords, a lot of swords. So the Ace plus the 7 is the 8 of Swords. And that's definitely an energy of movement forward, but there's a little bit of a hiccup here that I cannot get past. I don't know. Maybe this is where this person's energy is currently at, but there's this like this emotional want, and yet the taking action, I think, is what is going to be kind of what slows somebody down. But there is this element of movement here. There's this element of movement here, and possibly just some hesitation. Maybe someone is really working on how they would like to proceed forward. Maybe they're working on how they would like to perfect a way of moving forward with this. Hey, Mike. So, Preeti, I do see like there is some opportunity here for this person to connect with you, and specifically regarding emotions and connecting in the way that you would like. I see. So it's possible this person's probably not lazy, but just about their business. But there's something here about where their energy in regards to their productivity is going, either hindering or helping them take action towards this. But they're definitely thinking about you. So let me get some, let me draw some oracle cards here. Any messages for Preeti? They've definitely been thinking about you. All right, Preeti, you've got what can I burn? Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you are not enough. Burn, baby, burn. Your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like a phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready. Use them. Today's soul action, make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? And I want to get one more for Preeti before I move on to manifesting. What excuses am I making right now? No more waiting. There will never be a good enough time. The time is now. Today's soul action, if it's important enough to you, you will find a way. Today, make a decision and do it even if you don't feel ready. Listen to your heart and you will be led. All right, Preeti. So I hope that helped you. Maybe you understand a little bit more where this person is coming from and the type of energies to be expecting from this person within the next 6 months, because I do see it as a possibility of this person reaching out to you. They've been thinking about you. They've definitely been thinking about you. All right. Harmony, I've got you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 people ahead of you right now. So manifesting, if you are here, if manifesting is here, I'll give them a second to post their question. Stargirl, there's manifesting, Chingy, KZ, and then you. So there's 3 people ahead of you. And I'm not, I don't see manifesting. So is KZ, is Changi or KZ here? S Wood, there's 4 people ahead of you. Of course. Preeti, I don't think that you should ever wait for somebody in the sense that you're not working on yourself. This person is consumed right now with Mariah, you are last on the list right now, and it looks like there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people ahead of you. You shouldn't wait for anybody to continue to invest in your life, because your life is yours. Nobody else makes your decisions, you have your own dreams and your own goals and whatnot. And there is clearly a connection here between the 2 of y'all, because I got that King and Queen of Pentacles. And so there is potential here for some solid foundation. Nav. The list got lost along the way. So let me see if I can see where Nav was in that, because I remember Nav coming around. Okay. Because I'm missing See Me in a Crown too. So they were before. I didn't get Monica either. Just a second. I think it was Preeti and then Nav. It was Preeti, See Me in a Crown, and then Nav. And then Manifesting, and then Changi, KZ, Stargirl. All right. And then so it looks like we're going on to Nav right now because they're after Preeti. Nav, did you have a question in mind? Faith 30, good to see you again. Yes, I can add you to the list. Oh. So waiting for Nav. Okay. AB's current feelings. What are AB's current feelings towards Nav? Interesting. Interesting. So we've got Page of Cups in reverse, and we've got Page of Wands here. So what I'm getting from this is there's this energy here in regards to this person's feelings towards you. I'm getting both attracted and inspired, and also wanting to emotionally kind of be able to fantasize about this, but there might be some holding back. I think that this person is going to reach out to you. Will they contact you before this month ends? I would say yes to that. This Page of Wands, the page often comes with messages. Specifically, this feather is catching my eye. Oh, thank you. This feather is catching my eye, and it's just reminding me of we're getting a message from this person. Could be in the form of like text, some like modern day technology. Could even be like, I don't know, some other like Facebook or something. I'm gonna get some clarifiers on this Page of Cups in reverse, because there are definitely some beginning feelings here. I see that this person might be a water sign, or just be a person that is very emotionally mature, coming from a place of wanting to connect. And I'm wondering with you if I'm not sure if they're holding that back, because I do see this Page of Wands here. Any messages about this Page of Cups in reverse? Oh, thank you, Fate 30. Yeah, there's some limiting beliefs revolving around what this person feels like they cannot and can't have in regards to their emotions, things that they desire emotionally. And even though this person is experiencing some limiting beliefs as far as like being vulnerable, and so it might come across as that this person is maybe physically attracted to you, or attracted to your energy for sure. Okay. This person is definitely having some fears and feeling a little bit hopelessness in regards to just allowing themselves to have emotional feelings for you. So I don't know if that's just characteristic to this person and the way that this person it might just be in regard to you. Any messages about this Page of Wands? Something new would like to be started here. We've got Temperance. We've got Temperance in reverse. Any other messages about this Page of Wands? We've got the Devil. We've got this person tied to their fears. This person is tied to their fears, and I feel like it might come out in a strange way if and when they contact you. Tied to their fears in such a way that I feel like it might be something that this person, there's this energy here of either an addiction. There's like an extremism type thing here, and that might be the energy that you experience when you come across this person, possibly as a result of the fears, like the self-limiting fears that they are experiencing. Hey, Gypsy. So I'm getting fear. I'm getting wanting to express desire, wanting to even just sit with themselves about what it is that they desire. But there's a connection here, and there's somebody wanting to start something new. They're definitely interested in starting something new. in regard to you because I asked about you specifically. Got this Knight of Wands here. I would not be surprised if this person reached out to you. I wouldn't be surprised if this person reached out to you. Again, they might be coming from a headspace of being a little bit closed off emotionally because they're trying to figure out how to go about this. This is an energy of like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna go about it however I want. And then there's also this like, this person's guarding their heart. So it's a complex situation. Chris Swinehart, I really like that name. Hey, Chris. So I want to do a Moonology for you, and I want to do an Iris. That's what's up, Chris. Welcome to the channel. I love a Gemini. So it's both. It's just that it might be easier for this person to display that they are physically attracted to you because they're a bit fearful when it comes to being vulnerable. So, you know, when this person reaches out to you, because I feel like they will, just having that in mind, you can decide what you want to do. He has a hard time being vulnerable. Okay. You can decide what you want to do when this person reaches out to you. Especially, it appears that you already knew this information, but maybe this reading is just kind of validation as to where this person might be coming from. I am a Taurus sun, star girl, moon in Cancer, Libra rising. What about you? What are y'all's signs? Nav's a Virgo. Chris is a Gemini. Any messages for Nav regarding this person that they're inquiring about? Any messages for Nav regarding this person that they're inquiring about? Whoa. Okay. Interesting. You got a new moon in Scorpio and a full moon in Scorpio, as well as a new moon in Sag. And I'm getting the chills right now for some reason. I don't know if that has any relevance to you. I guess we'll see. All right, so we're going to do new moon in Scorpio. Cancer sun. I love it. Moon in Leo. That's awesome. And you're also Libra rising. That's dope. Libra rising helps me out in a lot of social situations or when I'm not feeling so confident about myself. When I feel like I'm looking cute, I just feel more confident. I don't know. There's an interesting, like charismatic quality about Libra risings that I'm also grateful for. Oh, thank you, Nav. I really appreciate that. New moon in Scorpio. Scorpio, work through your fears. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whatever you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark. It almost certainly won't be rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know that you are magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time if you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is the sign that likes to go deep into body, mind, and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Attune to the moon, have some sexy time, or don't if you don't like having sex. Additional meanings for this card: time to let go of a grudge you're holding, move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid and make an investment? This is for Nav. We're on Nav right now. And somewhere along the way, the list got like I can't find it. So let me see, because I remember Gypsy being here too. Let me see if I can go back far enough and see where Gypsy's at. Just a second. I see Gypsy after Chris. So I've got Nav, Chris, and Gypsy. I've got Stargirl's already on there. Okay. That's what's up. All right. So continuing with Nav, you've got New Moon and Sag. Luck is on your side. Stargirl, Nav, Chris, Gypsy, and then Star. Okay. Sorry about that. New Moon in Sag. Luck is on your side. Whatever is coming your way, it looks set to put a smile on your face. The new moon in Sagittarius marks the restart of fun after a period of feeling low. The energy is adventurous and even willing to take a few risks. But be careful you don't bet the farm on something here, as the wheel of fortune is still spinning. This card is about exploring life metaphorically by exchanging big ideas with others or just thinking about your own philosophies. Perhaps it's time to change your mind about something important. It can also signal that a trip away is coming up, if that's something that you're working to achieve. But the overall message of this card is that whatever happens next will be some sort of gift, even if that simply means widening your worldview. Attune to the moon, count your blessings, literally. Write them down and say it out loud. Yes, Faith, I definitely have you on the list. I've definitely got you written down on the list. Additional meanings for this card, you need to laugh more. This is a wonderful time to start a course of study or teaching. Don't be narrow minded and start a week of gratitude practice via Facebook, journal, or blog. So it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. Of course, Faith. It's time to release negative energy. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. This is resonating for me right now, too. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, I don't like that part. Attune to the moon, emote. It's all better out than in. Additional meanings, it's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic, let something go, and the end of an argument. All right, now, so I hope that gave you some insight into your question or where this person might be coming from, what their energy is. I have Chris up next. Let's see, because I did see Stargirl here. It's just way at the top. So what I want to say right now, since I don't see Manifesting or Changi, I'm actually going to do Stargirl because I do see them here before Nav. I mean, before Chris and Gypsy. S Wood, you are right after Stargirl, and I'm about to do Stargirl right now. I'm glad that that resonated with you, Nav. Thank you for your question. I appreciate your having your energy here at the channel. So, Stargirl, what is your question? Harmony is after S Wood. You are correct. I still have Chris and Gypsy here, though, that I think were before you, Harmony. I need to clean up this list. So right now, Stargirl, S Wood, and I'm going to type this out too so y'all can see it. Okay, this is what I have right now. Okay, Stargirl, I hear you. I'm stoked to try and answer that question for you. Yeah, I'm going to do Stargirl. I'm going to do this list right quick. Because I think one of my moderators left, and so I thought there was a list being kept, but I don't think that there was. So I'm kind of just trying to go back and look at the chat. This is what I have right now. That's hella funny, Stack Stack. I'm glad that you are enjoying my voice and enjoying the energy of this chat. Okay, Stargirl. What kind of manifestations is Stargirl bringing into their own life? What are they manifesting? What's Stargirl manifesting? Got this Five of Cups with an Ace of Cups. So it's a new start, possibly, you know, moving forward, looking at a situation with a new understanding, something that might have been disappointing in the past. See how this person's looking down at these spilled cups, they still have these other two cups behind them. And so what I think what is manifesting here is this opportunity to maybe release that. What is Star Girl manifesting? Maybe getting some clarity on that. What is Star Girl manifesting? Absolutely. I believe that this has to do with your emotional well-being for sure. I believe that what you are manifesting right now is understanding what it looks like for you to be fulfilled emotionally, understanding, searching for your truths, searching for what it means for you to be satisfied with yourself. Yes, this is a card of wish fulfillment, but it's also a card of understanding what it is that maybe you were lacking in a situation from the past that you could be very well giving to yourself. It's kind of like when people say they grew up with maybe their parents like didn't give them attention or something, or didn't give them the attention that they deserved or needed. And so when they grow up, they maybe sometimes will look externally, outsource, look for other people to be giving them this type of attention when they have everything within themselves to make themselves understood that they are appreciated, to make themselves understand that they are worthy of love and connection and worthy of investing in themselves and their dreams. That really, to me, is true happiness, because that's not something that anybody can take away from you. And if you're not outsourcing it, if you're not looking for it externally, like, no one can take it from you. So I believe that this is a greater understanding of what it means for you to be dreaming and manifesting those dreams, and gaining wish fulfillment, because it's different for everybody. What makes my heart sing and come alive is different than what it means for somebody else. Even though maybe mainstream media would have you believe that, like, in order to be happy, you have to be in a traditionally monogamous relationship, or you have to like have this type of income, or this like household, it's got to look a certain way. And what I feel, oh, my battery's running low. Let me plug this in right quick. I'm gonna get some clarifiers on this, but since I've been talking about this so much, I feel like this is what this energy is talking about. All right, I want to get some clarifiers. There's definitely some truths. There are some truths that might like blow your mind in regards to this, either in the way that you are treating yourself, investing in yourself. Hey, Sybil. Yes, let me put you down on the list. We'll move from this one. And falling back asleep. Well, that doesn't sound too bad. That sounds pretty relaxing. I want to talk about this Nine of Cups. Here's the Seven of Cups. This very much, I believe, has to do with what we've been talking about. And there are really, I just noticed for the first time that there's actually a star in here. And stars are often indicative. KZ, I've got you at the beginning by Changi and Manifesting. I just thought maybe you weren't here. I'm gonna get you right after Stargirl, because I know that you reached out to me already last night in the comments. Okay, so I will remember to do that. This is very much talking about finding truths. The star here, very much investing, finding what it is that will grant you this like wish fulfillment, this emotional fulfillment. For example, for me, it feels like I produce music and making music, like having the types, creating the types of frequencies that I want to be feeling, because that's all that music is. It's just a bunch of frequencies, and you're trying to mix them together so that they sound good, and that's basically what production is. Um, it makes like my heart sing. Like I know that I need to be doing this, and I feel like there's going to be some truths, if not already, uncovered about what it is that that feeling is for you, maybe. And I feel like a lot of it is having to do with being this hermit character, investing in yourself, taking a time away from society to understand myself. So what I want to do, Stargirl, that's for sure, KZ, is I want to do some soul truth for you. Any messages for Stargirl? How can I deepen my trust right now? Definitely relying on yourself, trusting yourself. That is very much some hermit energy. Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Today's soul action, let go and trust. Today, find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. And we'll do one more soul truth, and then I'll move on to KZ. Oh, wait, that one just flipped over, but I didn't see it. Oh, well. Any messages for Stargirl? Whoa. How can I be more flexible right now? What are you trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. So there's a lot of trusting going on here and trusting yourself. Today's soul action, remind yourself all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you are not alone. Then go do some yoga. Hey, Andrea. Good to see you. Thanks for coming to the channel. Okay, Stargirl. So I hope that resonated with you. I hope that you found that to be helpful. I got some insight there from the universe. And I've got KZ. What is your question? If you have one. I believe that it is about you being able to be open to that, not specifically someone specific coming into your life. I believe that it is talking about letting go of a past situation that has maybe clouded your heart chakra, because the Ace of Cups is very much talking about allowing your heart chakra to be open, and that type of energy is going to attract like energy. So KZ, if you've got your question. Yes, Andrea, let me add you to the list here. So while KZ is getting their question, of course, Andrea. What are P's thoughts about you? I want to do nothing more than feelings spread. This is for KZ. P's thoughts about you. All right. Interesting. I don't know if you know this person already. Just from shuffling, I've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and right next to it, I've got the Seven of Pentacles. So there's something here about wanting to try and put energy into something. Maybe there's already a foundation that's been built, but the specifics, the details might be unclear. KZ. All right. So I'm going to cut these into 3. First card is going to be how P feels about you. Next card is going to be how KZ you feel about this person. Next card is going to be how this person thinks of themselves in this connection or this relationship. And the next card will be about how you feel about yourself in this situation. I've got the most probable outcome if things continue in the way that they're going. And I've got how to make the connection better. Well, I've been doing tarot since I was like 13, 14. And then I stopped for a while and just got very sideswiped by what mainstream media told me that I should be investing my time and my energy in. And so I kind of forgot how to get in touch with myself. And I've just been kind of going through this really long journey of getting to know myself and being able to listen to myself. And now I've got this anxiety that I'm also can be struggling with sometimes. So I've just been learning about how to not give my awareness and my energy to those thoughts or feelings that might be triggering anxiety. I know. But if it can be learned, it can be unlearned. So, and I already have done a lot of work and as far as unlearning a lot of like social constructions that people would like to have you believe that you need to be boxed in. So, show. S Wood, you are right after KZ, and I'm doing this reading for KZ right quick. So you're still good. As far as first card, we've got how this person might be feeling towards you. I can see that there are some passions here, that energy being directed. I don't know if they're being directed quite towards the ground right now. So it could be some side like scattered energy. You might even be experiencing this person kind of maybe like either pop in and out, either by the way that they communicate. We'll get some clarifiers on that though. Oh, very nice. Staxic, that's really cool. I mean, however you would like to feel about being raised Catholic, but I was talking about you being a witch. There we go. We've got the Four of Cups as far as how KZ you might be feeling towards this person. And my screen is lagging right now. Anybody, if you're experiencing me lagging, please let me know and I'll try and do something about it. But this was happening to me yesterday. Yeah, it's very much that. How this person might be thinking about themselves in this situation right now. I've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. Good. I'm glad there's no lagging. You know, this person could be denying a truth to themselves. There could be some lack of clarity as far as like, I feel like this is on this person's mind. Maybe you are on this person's mind and there seems to be like a lack of clarity or understanding here as to how they even feel within this situation with you. As far as how you might feel about yourself in this situation, I think this is pretty clear that you are either over it, you're over some sort of situation. You feel like it's kind of like either asking the same question over and over and over, or you're thinking about something to the point of like needing release and needing something new, needing some clarity. Interesting. This is where this person is coming from, and this is where you are coming from. Got the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So it looks like there needs to be some things talked about, but there's some things that are not being talked about. But the 10 is also indicative of, you see there's like there's like the sun. There's some clouds here, but the sun is like peering through these clouds. So there is a new beginning as far as like allowing your worries and concerns to fade away. We've got the most probable outcome here as the world. This could be an ongoing situation that has not yet completed. And we've got how to make the situation better. I think this is a card of understanding people's perspectives, understanding where people are coming from, being open to this dynamic of there's balance because someone is kind of not in a position to be giving themselves these pentacles or whatever this person is giving to them. And see the scale right here. There is balance here, even though this dynamic could be misconstrued as like a negative power dynamic. It works for them. It works for them because they're both being understanding of the realities of their situations currently. For sure, Casey. I'm glad that this is resonating with you so far. What I want to do is I want to get some clarifiers, and I'll use a different deck for that too. We've got this Eight of Wands as far as this person, how this person is feeling towards you. Ooh, came out quick. We've got another World here. So I feel like the reason why this situation is not finding a conclusion is having to do on this person's part. Not to say that there's somebody at fault for something, because we're all on different timelines. We all are experiencing things in our inner and our external world that might leave us feeling a little bit unbalanced. Everybody's on different timelines. Any messages about this Four of Cups in regards to KZ, how you might be feeling towards this person? If it's anything having to do with this Ten of Swords here, it smells really good right here. It smells like sage or something. It's been smelling like sage, and I know I burned that a little while ago. Anyways, so if it's anything like this Ten of Swords here, I'd say that you're kind of just like possibly in a position of waiting, but also there's this energy of, see how their arms are crossed? They're kind of just like, do I even give my time to you? I don't know. They're covering their stomach. They're covering their, when you feel a lot of stuff in your stomach, that's usually your body's trying to tell you something. Your intuition's trying to communicate something to you. I would even say that they're not wanting to be vulnerable. There's this energy of like, well, no, I don't even know if I want to invest in this. A little bit of apathy. Any messages about this Four of Cups here? Ooh, that was a lot. A couple cards came out, so I'm just trying to get an overall reading, and this is in regards to this Four of Cups. What's interesting is we got this Five of Bottles, and so there seems to be definitely this energy of disappointment, but also this energy of maybe not being able to either focus on other things, or it feels like there are multiple things trying to get your attention, but you're kind of focused on this right now. There's an energy here of kind of maybe contemplating, deciding where you want to go in regards to possibly, extending yourself towards this person if that's something that you want to do. I'm getting a very frustrated energy here, though. Any other messages about this Ace of Swords in reverse? There is some anxiety about this person maybe being clear about, starting something new in regards to you. Where this person is coming from, how they think of themselves in this current situation. They're feeling scared. 9. I know that this is the 9 of Sticks, but in this deck, the sticks are related to air. And I've got this Ace of Swords, so I couldn't help but add them together and it make another 10 of Swords. So it seems kind of like an exhaustive situation for the both of you. This person's a little bit nervous about starting something new, and their anxiety might be clouding their ability to make a judgment or take action. Any messages about this 10 of Swords here in regards to how you might be feeling about yourself in this situation? We've got a 4 of Rupees. There's a 4 here again. So there's this like, this person is clearly happy with what they have going on right now. This is what they find valuable to them, even if other people might not feel that way. And this person is not really looking to extend outward towards anybody else. They're kind of like, they feel safe with where they're at right now. So that could be tied to this frustration that you might be feeling. I want to get some advice or some understanding about this World card in reverse. I've got the 3 of Sticks, which not surprisingly is some more scattered energy. There's some energy here. Things need to be talked about if there is wanting to be a successful plan put into place. This needs to be a collaboration. Instead of one person feeling like, oh, I can do this all on my own, like this is a collaboration. This should be a collaboration. Looking very much like this card, as this was the position of what can I do to make this relationship better. There is this sense of collaboration here and understanding where multiple people are coming from. Any messages about this 6 of Pentacles? We've got Judgment here. This might be talking about making a judgment call, not being in the right mindset to be making a judgment call, maybe taking a position of trying to be fair and balanced. More information about how to make this situation better, this relationship better. We've got Happy Squirrel in reverse. I often see Happy Squirrel energy as like, and right next to this universe, they're both talking about the same thing, kind of allowing something to happen, allowing something to unfold, kind of going with the flow, making sure that everything within you is correct to be opening to a situation that you are trying to manifest. We've got this 4 of Sticks, and it was in reverse. This is definitely a time to chill out, kind of go with the flow. I've got this King of Rupees here. There's this energy of production and sense of security, even. Investing in the self, taking the time to invest in the self and let something unfold, possibly coming from a perspective of looking at something from a bigger picture perspective, or how can I be fair or balanced? How can I bring some wisdom to this situation? And that often involves understanding multiple perspectives. Okay, so let me do some oracle cards for you. And then I'm going to do, I'm going to do S Wood, and then I've got to take my pup out for a walk. And then I'll come back. KZ, I hope that this is resonating with you so far. It seems like some complex energy, which makes sense. Humans are complex. Like, it's very rare that I'm able to answer a question with like a straight yes or a straight no, because that's just like not what we experience in our everyday life. Yes, cute pup. They've been sleeping. They were running on the beach the other day for a couple miles, so they're hella passed out. Can anyone, looks like Gypsy's got something that they would like to share. Doing some oracle cards for KZ right now. Let's do Universe Has Your Back. I haven't done that one in a second. Right, because you have free will for sure. Yes, Chris, I definitely got you. I've definitely got you down. I've got you in mind, and I've got you down on this list. And before I go walk my pup, I will be sure to write what I have, because I've got S. Wood, Chris, Gypsy, Sybil, and Andrea. Right. You've got free will. You've got free will. Any messages for KZ? Any advice for them? Oh. This one was already flipped over. I don't know how that happened, but maybe that will resonate with somebody. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. I know. That's very true, Stackstick. Any messages for KZ? Any advice? Any messages? I thought I saw another one flipped over. I did see another one flip over. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. This seems to be a theme for you right now, KZ. But I like it. These are very positive. Your back really bad. Good for you, Stackstick. I'm sorry that happened to you, but I'm glad that you get some time to yourself. Some time to invest in yourself. That's what's up. Any other messages for KZ? That was so many. I just looked outside just randomly right now, and there's a butterfly. I love that. Any other messages for KZ? Any other messages for KZ? Okay. You got this one again, so I feel like this is for you, or might resonate with you. I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. My capacity, oh, thank you, Sex. Like, I like to think so too. Whenever I see butterflies, I'm like, yes, I'm doing the right thing. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. So let me read this again. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, when the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. This very much reminds me of this idea of putting your awareness like not on anything that not on all your thoughts. Essentially, if you have a thought that worries you or bothers you, or like if somebody said something hurtful to you and it's like stuck getting in the way of being compassionate, being forgiving, getting behind that energy, releasing it, and just investing, dedicating yourself 100% into what it is that you're doing right at that moment. That's what helps me anyway. All right, KZ. I hope that resonated with you. I appreciate you bringing your energy to this channel. Thank you for speaking in the future. That's what's up, Chris. I'm stoked to get to your question. I'm gonna do S Wood right quick, and then I'm gonna take my pup on a walk. And I might, instead of just like leaving the stream open and for y'all to have nothing to be watching, I might just end the stream. And then if you've hit the bell, I think you do have to subscribe and then hit the bell. But when you do, you'll get a notification that I'm back on. Because I don't want to just leave y'all here with nothing to look at. I feel like that's good. So S Wood, did you have a question? Let me see if I can find it. Should I be done with heritage today? I think that's what their question was. And I'm not seeing S Wood in here right now. Of course, KZ. Of course. Thank you for bringing your energy to the channel. So I'm not seeing S Wood, which means that if they come back in the second part of the stream, that I will do their reading then. Chris, you wanted to ask about this week and the future. Let's see. Let me use the Goddess Tarot. Oh, there's S Wood. Hey, S Wood, what is your question? You asked about heritage and okay, and you're wondering if you should stop working there? If I have that correct? S Wood, is your question related to it's related to heritage, but are you asking about whether or not you should stay or go with that job? Should I be done with heritage today? Okay. Yeah, okay. Should you be done with heritage today? Immediately, I've got this, got love in reverse, which is often talking about making a choice. And sometimes when we don't make choices that are when we make choices that are not in alignment with what we value and what we believe, like no matter what the income is or what the job is, it just feels, it feels like a lack. So should S Wood leave their job heritage today? Should S Wood. Hey, Luna. Good to see you. Should S Wood leave Heritage? There is something here, and I'm going to obviously you're going to make your own choices and decisions. Hey, Rosa. So I'm going to be ending this stream right quick because I gotta go walk my dog and eat some food and stuff. But then I'm going to continue this stream based on the list that I have right now. So I can add anyone to the list. So far, I have Andrea as the last person on my list. And I will go down, I will continue that list on the second part of the live stream. And yes, Rosa, for sure. I got you down. So obviously you're going to make your own choices, but there seems to be something here about like there's been kind of this tension of do I stay, do I go? And it's incorporation with either your heart's desire, something about something being in alignment with you, and really need to it's time to make a judgment call. It's time to make a decision for yourself as far as where you would like to go next in your life. And I feel like this choice will be celebrated. And I feel like you should celebrate it with other people. And I think that it will bring a sense of independence. See how this person is very much. Oh, it's FedEx. There's a person here very much in a space of really enjoying this space that they've created. They're independent. They're really like feeling themselves. They're very confident, independent. It's a good choice for them to understand their value and their worth. I think is what this person is experiencing. They're making the correct choices, the correct decisions in order to get to this new understanding of yourself and what it is that brings you wish fulfillment. Because right now I don't see that it is where you're at right now. So I would say yes to that question. Obviously, make your own choices. I don't know like what responsibilities you have and whatnot, just in regards to where it seems your level of consciousness is at and what it is that you're trying to invest and also where your heart is at. I think this is something to be celebrated, making a decision for yourself, making a judgment call for yourself. It's a big one for sure. Let me do one oracle from the Universe Has Your Back. Whoa, that was quick. Check this out. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. And let's get a soul truth for you, S. Wood. Yeah, then it looks like it's time to make a big change. It looks like it's going to pay off for you. Very much so in multiple ways. Any messages for S. Wood as they're enduring or going on this journey? What would most benefit them? Multiple things just caught my eye right now, so I'm going to read them. Am clear on what my soul really wants. Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, go with all of your heart. Today's soul action, ask yourself what it is that your soul really wants. What does your heart crave? Then take one step in that direction. I think that's some really good advice. What can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams, no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul, that's a really good, I like that for you, S. Wood. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul action, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. And am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? There seems to be this element here. I know, me too. This deck is called the Soul Truth Self Awareness deck, and I love it for myself. It's really easy for me to do readings on myself with these because the universe just cuts straight to the thing that I might be resisting that I really need to look at. Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? Today's soul action, journal these answers, and I highly recommend journaling this. I do this too, and it's very helpful. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting, and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Okay, Eswood, I hope that that was some good insight, some good advice from the universe for you. There seemed to be a common running theme here of like limiting beliefs and being afraid of things that you may not even need to be afraid of. Yeah, I think you can do anything that you want to do. I think it's just a matter of understanding what that looks like for you. Like how I was saying earlier, like music is for me. That shit makes my heart just like it's crazy the amount of energy that is released from my heart chakra when I'm doing music. But that took me a while and a lot of fighting against my resistance to understand that I can do whatever I want. You can definitely get back into it at any point you want. Okay, Iswood, I hope that that was helpful for you. That you found that helpful. Anything out of there, really. And I'm glad. I'm glad you are so welcome. Thank you for coming back to the channel. I appreciate everyone being in the channel, and I appreciate y'all's energy. It's just so positive. I love being around it, and I'm glad that we can just have the space to connect and communicate. Hi, baby. Pup just woke up from a nap, which is great timing. So I'm going to continue this stream with the. I'm going to continue this stream. There's going to be a second part because I got to end this stream right now, and I'm going to continue with the list that I have so far. Everyone in this, thank you. I will. Oh, I see. There's a pup outside. They're so cute. And I will, I hope y'all have a good afternoon, and I will talk to y'all soon. Again, if you want to know when I come back on, I think there's like a bell icon that you can hit after you subscribe. And I think the only way that you can get that bell is by subscribing first. So I will be back soon. Yes, me too. And I will talk to y'all soon. So take care.